Daily Horoscope. Aries, May 7, 2025. The cosmic alignment today places you at a significant turning point, dear Aries. With Mars, your ruling planet, forming a powerful trine with Jupiter, your natural confidence receives an extraordinary boost. This is no ordinary Wednesday for you. It's a day when your characteristic fire burns even brighter than usual. The morning begins with a surge of creative inspiration as the moon in Leo harmonizes with your natural energy. You'll likely wake up with your mind already racing with fresh ideas and possibilities. This isn't just idle dreaming. There's real potential in what you're envisioning today. Take notes on these insights. They may prove valuable in the weeks ahead. In your professional sphere, this planetary configuration suggests unexpected opportunities for advancement. A project you've been developing since late winter may suddenly find support from influential figures. Your natural leadership qualities are especially pronounced today, making it an excellent time to take initiative on projects that have stalled. Colleagues will be particularly receptive to your ideas, though be mindful not to overpower more reserved team members. Your enthusiasm is contagious, but not everyone processes excitement the same way you do. Financially, there's a cautionary note as Mercury and Venus create some tension in your money house. While opportunities for financial gain exist, particularly through creative ventures or side projects, impulsive spending could undermine your progress. Before making major purchases today, give yourself a mandatory 24-hour cooling-off period. What seems essential this afternoon may reveal itself as merely a passing desire by tomorrow. Your romantic life receives a significant cosmic spotlight today. For Aries in committed relationships, the Venus-Neptune aspect encourages deeper emotional connection through honest conversation. It's an excellent day to discuss future plans or address any lingering concerns that have been simmering beneath the surface. The planetary energy supports vulnerability and authentic expression, allowing you to communicate your needs without your typical impatience. Single Aries might encounter someone intriguing in an educational context or through travel connections. This potential romantic interest likely challenges your thinking in stimulating ways. The connection may not be immediately obvious as romantic, beginning instead as an intellectual spark that gradually reveals deeper potential. Pay attention to someone who asks questions that make you reconsider long-held assumptions. Health-wise, today's high energy requires proper channeling. Your physical vitality is exceptional, making this an ideal day for challenging workouts or competitive sports. However, the Mars-Jupiter influence could lead to overexertion if you're not careful. Listen to your body's signals, and remember that even Aries needs recovery time. Particular attention should be paid to your head and face region. Your astrological weak point headaches may arise if you push too hard without adequate hydration and rest. Your mental health benefits from activities that combine physical movement with strategic thinking. The celestial patterns suggest this is an excellent day for problem solving, especially in dynamic environments. Solo activities might feel less satisfying than usual. Your need for stimulation and exchange is heightened today. Socially, you're magnetic today. Friends and acquaintances are drawn to your intensified Aries charm and dynamism. Group activities highlight your natural leadership, though you may need to consciously create space for others' contributions. An evening social gathering could connect you with someone who becomes instrumentally helpful in your professional journey later this month. Pay attention to seemingly casual conversations. They may contain valuable information or opportunities. The most significant challenge today comes from a square between the Moon and Uranus, which could trigger your impulsive tendencies. Sudden decisions, particularly those made from a place of frustration or restriction, are likely to create complications you'll need to unravel later. When feeling the urge to make dramatic changes or declarations, pause and ask yourself if this action aligns with your longer-term vision. Your spiritual growth is supported through physical activities that connect you with natural elements. A hike near water, gardening, or even cooking with raw ingredients could provide unexpected insights. Your intuition is heightened, particularly regarding professional matters, though it may communicate through physical sensations rather than clear mental messages. Pay attention to where you feel expansion or contraction in your body when considering different options. Your lucky color today is deep crimson, symbolizing your ruling planet Mars at its most refined expression. Wearing this color or surrounding yourself with it can help you harness the day's potent energy constructively. The number 7 carries special significance for you today. Watch for it appearing in unexpected places as confirmation you're moving in the right direction. Overall, May 7th, 2025 offers you exceptional potential for progress, Aries, particularly in areas requiring courage and initiative. The day's challenges lie in balancing your intensified drive with appropriate restraint and consideration for others' perspectives. Navigate this dynamic tension skillfully, and you'll end the day having made significant advances on your most meaningful goals. Remember, today's powerful energy is best used for breaking ground on new projects rather than trying to perfect existing ones. Lead with your natural pioneering spirit, and the universe will respond in kind. On May 7, 2025, Aries finds themselves under a fascinating celestial configuration that deserves close attention. The Sun, at 17 degrees Taurus, is activating your second house of resources and values, creating a steady foundation for material concerns. This fixed Earth energy encourages you to assess what truly matters to you beyond the immediate gratification that sometimes tempts your fire sign nature. With the Sun forming a harmonious trine to Pluto in the late degrees of Capricorn, there's potential for profound transformation in how you approach your resources and self-worth. This isn't just about money, it's about recognizing your innate value and power. Your ruling planet Mars is currently blazing through Leo at approximately 14 degrees, energizing your fifth house of creativity, romance, and self-expression. This placement infuses you with dramatic flair and creative courage, perfect for pushing forward with artistic projects or romantic pursuits. The Mars-Jupiter square that's forming suggests potential for overconfidence, so channel that expansive energy wisely. Mercury, now direct in Taurus, is supporting clear communication about practical matters, especially those related to finances and possessions. Its conjunction with Uranus brings unexpected insights that could lead to innovative solutions regarding your resources. The Moon in Libra today is directly opposite your sign, illuminating your seventh house of relationships and partnerships. This creates an emotional pull toward finding balance and harmony with others, something that doesn't always come naturally to your independent spirit. Venus, gliding through Gemini in your third house of communication, makes relating to others verbally much easier today. You'll find yourself particularly charming and persuasive in conversations and negotiations. Neptune in the early degrees of Aries, a relatively new and significant transit, is in your first house of self and identity, continuing to dissolve old self-concepts while inspiring new visions of who you can become. This longer-term influence is making you more sensitive, intuitive, and sometimes confused about your path forward. Jupiter in late Gemini is expanding your mental horizons and communications sector, making this a period where learning, writing, and connecting with others through ideas can bring significant growth. Its sextile to your ruling planet, Mars today, amplifies your confidence and enthusiasm for pursuing knowledge or sharing your thoughts. Saturn continues its journey through Pisces in your 12th house of the unconscious, dreams, and hidden matters. This placement is asking you to do serious inner work and face limitations or fears that you've kept buried. Today's square between Saturn and the Sun brings tension between your need for material security and deeper spiritual questions about what truly matters. Uranus, at 26 degrees, Taurus continues its revolutionary influence in your second house, potentially bringing unexpected changes to your financial situation or value system. The North Node in Aries is still encouraging your personal evolution and growth toward greater authenticity and courage, qualities you naturally possess, but are being called to develop even further. Chiron, also in Aries, is exposing wounds around identity and self-assertion that need healing. The specific degree-based aspects today create a pattern, emphasizing the need to balance your fiery, independent nature with consideration of others and material realities. The celestial energies for Aries on May 7, 2025, create a fascinating communication landscape that deserves special attention. With Mercury forming a trine to your ruling planet Mars, your words carry exceptional power and conviction today. This alignment creates a rare opportunity where your natural Aries passion can be expressed with unusual clarity and precision. Your thoughts are flowing rapidly, and you'll find yourself able to articulate concepts that have been stuck in your mind for weeks. This Mercury-Mars trine particularly enhances your ability to communicate in competitive or challenging situations, allowing you to assert your position without coming across as aggressive. The planetary configuration supports persuasive speech rather than forceful demands, a welcome shift from your typical communication style. Those around you will notice this change, finding your ideas more accessible and your delivery more compelling than usual. The day's energy specifically enhances digital communication, making this an excellent time for video conferences, important emails, or social media campaigns. Your message carries special resonance through screens and digital interfaces today. Venus in your third house adds a layer of charm to your words, helping soften any naturally direct Aries communication that might otherwise come across as too blunt. This placement suggests that adding a personal touch to professional communications will yield particularly positive results. The moon in Libra creates an interesting opposition to your sun sign, bringing relationship-oriented awareness to your self-expression. This challenges you to balance your natural desire to speak your mind directly with deeper consideration of how your words affect others. This temporary tension actually serves as a growth opportunity, helping you develop more diplomatic communication skills without sacrificing authenticity. Jupiter's sextile to your sun sign amplifies opportunities for knowledge sharing and philosophical discussions. You'll find yourself naturally drawn to bigger concepts and able to explain complex ideas with unusual ease. This makes May 7th particularly favorable for presentations, teaching opportunities, or situations where you need to convey specialized knowledge to others who might normally struggle to understand your perspective. Neptune's influence brings a subtle creative current to your communications, allowing you to access metaphors, analogies, and illustrative stories that make your points more memorable. Your speech may have a more poetic quality today, which can be leveraged in both personal and professional contexts. For Aries entrepreneurs and professionals, this planetary alignment supports pitches, proposals, and negotiations, particularly when you need to convey enthusiasm alongside factual information. Your natural confidence is tempered with just enough sensitivity to read the room effectively. In personal relationships, the day's energy supports clearing up misunderstandings that have lingered since Mars was retrograde earlier in the year. Old communication knots can be untangled now, as you'll find yourself able to revisit sensitive topics with new perspective and vocabulary. For Aries parents, this is an exceptional day for meaningful conversations with children or teenagers, as you'll find yourself naturally adjusting your communication style to meet them at their level without condescension. Saturn's position creates a temporary structure around your communication, helping you organize thoughts that might typically emerge in a more scattered, fire sign fashion. This helps especially with sequential explanations and step-by-step instructions, areas where Aries communicators sometimes jump ahead too quickly. Your throat chakra is particularly activated today, making your voice more dynamic and expressive. Those listening to you speak will notice more varied tonality and emphasis, making even routine conversations more engaging. This is an excellent day for vocal recordings, podcasts, or any audio-based projects. In writing, you'll notice your natural Aries tendency toward brevity is balanced with more descriptive language, creating prose that retains your characteristic energy, but with added dimension and color. If you've been experiencing any communication blocks or hesitation about expressing certain ideas, May 7th offers a cosmic clearing of these obstacles. The planetary alignment temporarily removes filters that may have been causing self-doubt or second-guessing in your expression. For those Aries individuals involved in marketing, advertising, or media, your intuitive understanding of what will capture audience attention is heightened today. Messaging that you craft carries a distinctive energy that cuts through the noise of competing information. Be mindful that with Mercury's heightened influence, you may find yourself speaking more rapidly than usual. Taking conscious breaths between thoughts will help others absorb your quickened mental pace. This is particularly important in high-stakes communications, where comprehension is crucial. The third house emphasis today also increases neighborhood and community connections, making local networking especially productive. Short-distance travel for the purpose of in-person meetings or discussions is highly favored as well. Pay special attention to nonverbal cues today, as your body language may be more expressive than usual. This physical dimension of communication can either reinforce your message or contradict it, so awareness of your gestures, posture, and facial expressions will be particularly important. Overall, May 7, 2025, presents Aries with exceptional communication opportunities that blend your natural assertiveness with enhanced sensitivity, creativity, and precision. By consciously working with these energies, you can make significant progress in both personal and professional relationships through more effective self-expression and attentive listening. As an Aries, today's celestial arrangement offers intriguing financial developments worth your attention. With the Sun firmly established in Taurus, illuminating your second house of personal finances and material resources, May 7th brings a heightened awareness to your economic foundation. This solar energy encourages practical thinking about wealth-building strategies that align with your core values. Venus, currently transiting through Gemini in your communication sector, creates a favorable aspect to your financial house, suggesting that networking and articulating your financial goals could lead to unexpected monetary opportunities. Your words literally hold value today. Jupiter's expansive influence in Gemini forms a sextile to your ruling planet Mars, which means financial negotiations and investment discussions are particularly favored. Don't hesitate to initiate conversations about raises, investments, or new income streams. The morning hours show particular promise for making financial decisions, as the moon forms a supportive trine to Saturn, bringing stability and structure to your financial planning. By midday, Mercury's position suggests that documentation related to finances requires careful review, double-check contracts and agreements before signing. A particularly noteworthy aspect today is Pluto's transformative influence on your career house, which indirectly affects your earning potential. A financial opportunity may arise that requires you to transform your approach to wealth generation. This isn't about quick gains, but strategic positioning for long-term abundance. The asteroid Vesta in your financial sector emphasizes the importance of dedicated focus on your monetary goals. Scattered energy will not serve you today. For Aries entrepreneurs, the day holds special promise for securing funding or attracting investors who value your innovative approach. Those employed by others might discover new workplace benefits or bonus structures. Watch for financial insights coming through unexpected channels around 3:45 p.m. when the moon aligns with Uranus. This could bring sudden clarity about a financial matter that's been puzzling you. Regarding investments, technology and communication sectors show the strongest potential today, though any financial commitments should be made with thorough research rather than impulsive enthusiasm, a tendency your fire sign must consciously moderate. Uranus continues its long transit through Taurus, revolutionizing your approach to personal resources. Today's unique angle to your ruling planet suggests breaking free from limiting financial beliefs that have held you back. Consider how you might diversify your income sources or approach money management from an entirely new perspective. Partnership finances receive a boost from Neptune's position, suggesting collaborative ventures have spiritual as well as material benefits today. If you've been considering pooling resources with someone you trust, the energy supports careful exploration of these possibilities. The asteroid Juno's placement indicates financial agreements with partners require honest communication about expectations. With the North Node's position influencing your financial axis, today represents an important step in your longer financial evolution. Decisions made now align with your soul's purpose regarding material security. Pay attention to financial advice that comes from trusted mentors or unconventional sources. Wisdom arrives in unexpected packages today. Evening aspects suggest reviewing your budget and financial goals before sleeping, as subconscious insights may surface through dreams. Overall, May 7th brings Aries a day of strategic financial positioning rather than dramatic windfalls. Your natural courage serves you well in pursuing financial opportunities, but sustainable wealth comes through the disciplined application of your fiery energy toward consistently building prosperity foundations. The cosmic message today emphasizes that your greatest financial asset remains your pioneering spirit when tempered with practical wisdom. As May 7th, 2025 unfolds for Aries natives, the cosmos aligns to create several distinct pockets of good fortune that deserve your attention. Jupiter forms a significant trine to your ruling planet Mars, creating an energetic pathway for abundance that hasn't been available in quite this configuration for nearly 12 years. This rare alignment opens doors particularly in three key areas of your life today. First, your professional sphere glows with unusual potential. The 10th house activation by Mercury suggests communications with authority figures will flow with remarkable ease. If you've been waiting for the right moment to propose ideas to superiors or request resources for projects, the hours between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. offer a golden window. Your words carry extra persuasive weight today, with listeners more receptive to your vision than usual. Career advancement opportunities that materialize now contain seeds of long-term prosperity. Second, financial intuition runs extraordinarily high. The moon in your second house of resources forms a productive sextile with Venus, heightening your ability to recognize value and opportunity where others see none. This is not merely about immediate monetary gain, though unexpected funds may indeed appear, but rather about recognizing sustainable pathways to abundance. Pay special attention to unconventional ideas or resources that align with your authentic strengths. A conversation with someone from your past could reveal an overlooked financial opportunity. Third, creative collaboration becomes a particularly fortunate arena. While Aries often prefers solo ventures, today's Neptune aspect softens boundaries between you and potential partners in ways that multiply your effectiveness. Artistic projects, brainstorming sessions, and team endeavors are especially blessed. You'll find others naturally complementing your strengths rather than competing with your vision. The most promising collaborations may come from quarters you'd least expect, perhaps involving someone whose approach typically irritates your direct Aries nature. Additionally, the day's Uranus transit activates your 11th house of networks and future aspirations, suggesting technological connections could yield surprising benefits. An online interaction, digital platform, or virtual community might provide access to an opportunity perfectly aligned with your long-term vision. Your intuition about which digital paths to pursue will be remarkably accurate between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Physical vitality also receives cosmic enhancement. The Sun-Mars trine amplifies your natural energy reserves, making this an excellent day for activities requiring stamina and determination. Your body responds exceptionally well to challenges today, potentially breaking through previous limitations in training or physical work. This heightened physical state positively impacts your confidence, creating a virtuous cycle of accomplishment. Particularly fortunate locations for you today include elevated spaces with eastern exposure, educational institutions, and places featuring the color red or fire elements. You'll notice energy flows more freely in environments with plenty of natural light and minimal clutter. Wearing copper or red jasper as accessories can further amplify the day's fortunate vibrations. Be mindful that this day's fortunate areas are not about passively receiving luck, but rather about recognizing and actively engaging with opportunities that align with your authentic Aries nature. The planetary positions support bold, decisive action rather than hesitation. Trust your instincts particularly strongly when they urge you toward new territory or push you to speak up in situations where you might normally hold back. Fortune today favors the courageous expression of your truest self. The social landscape for Aries on May 7, 2025, presents a fascinating blend of energies as the sun continues its journey through Taurus in your second house, bringing a more grounded approach to your typically fiery social interactions. With Venus forming a harmonious trine to your ruling planet, Mars, on this date, there's a magnetic quality to your presence that naturally draws others toward you, without requiring the usual assertive effort you're known for. This planetary configuration creates an ideal environment for deepening existing connections rather than pursuing entirely new ones. You'll find that conversations flow with remarkable ease, particularly with individuals you've previously considered acquaintances, but never fully connected with on a deeper level. This is a day when casual relationships have the potential to transform into more meaningful alliances. The moon in Libra, illuminating your seventh house of partnerships, amplifies this energy, highlighting one-on-one connections over larger group settings. Someone from your professional network may reach out with an unexpected invitation or opportunity that blends social pleasure with potential long-term benefits. Jupiter's position in Gemini activates your third house of communication, blessing you with exceptional conversational abilities today. You're likely to express yourself with both clarity and charm, making this an excellent day for any social situation that requires diplomacy or persuasion. Digital communications are especially favored, so don't hesitate to reach out through social media or text to reconnect with friends you haven't spoken to recently. Mercury in Taurus adds practical thinking to your social approach, helping you discern which connections truly deserve your energy and attention. This is valuable insight for Aries natives who sometimes spread themselves too thin across numerous superficial relationships. A square between Neptune and your ruling planet, Mars, suggests being cautious about one particular social connection where motivations may not be entirely transparent. Trust your intuition if something feels off in a conversation, or if someone's offer seems too good to be true. This aspect doesn't mean isolation is necessary, just heightened awareness. Your social charisma reaches remarkable levels today as Pluto in Aquarius forms a supportive sextile to your natal Aries energy, empowering you to influence group dynamics without coming across as domineering. This transformative energy allows you to reshape social circles and perhaps take on a leadership role in community activities. The North Node in Aries continues to guide you toward asserting your authentic self in all relationships. Today's energy supports finding social connections that honor your individuality while still allowing for meaningful exchange and growth. You don't need to compromise who you are to belong. The right connections will appreciate your directness and passion. For Aries parents, this is an excellent day to connect with your children's friends or their friends' parents, potentially forming supportive community bonds that benefit everyone involved. Single Aries individuals might find that friendships could begin showing romantic potential, though Saturn's influence suggests taking things slowly rather than diving in with your characteristic impulsivity. Professional networking takes on a more personal quality today. Colleagues may open up about their lives beyond work, creating opportunities for more authentic connections that could serve both your career and emotional fulfillment in the long run. Consider accepting invitations to gatherings that blend professional and social elements, as these environments prove particularly fruitful. With Uranus in Taurus still influencing your second house, unexpected social connections might emerge through discussions about finances, values, or resources. Someone with completely different background might offer perspective that changes how you approach material security, while simultaneously forming a bond based on shared principles rather than superficial interests. The day carries special potential for reconciliation with friends or family members where communications have been strained. The Venus-Mars trine creates a harmonious environment for healing conversations, allowing both parties to express their perspectives without triggering defensive reactions. Neptune's influence adds compassion to your typically direct approach. Social media deserves particular attention today. Content you share is likely to receive greater engagement than usual, and online conversations could lead to meaningful in-person connections. However, with Mercury's influence, be thoughtful about what you post. Quality over quantity serves you best under these aspects. Group activities related to learning, exploration, or skill development are highly favored. You'll find yourself absorbing information rapidly, while simultaneously strengthening bonds with others who share your interests. This is an excellent day for workshops, classes, or community education events. Remember to balance your natural desire to lead with genuine receptivity to others' ideas and contributions. Aries, on May 7th, 2025, you're experiencing a particularly potent configuration as the Sun in Taurus forms a challenging square to your ruling planet Mars, now positioned in Leo. This creates a day of significant internal tension that can either fuel tremendous productivity or manifest as frustration if not properly channeled. The Moon in Scorpio today adds emotional intensity to your financial sector and shared resources, making this an excellent day to address any lingering concerns about investments, debts, or resources you share with others. Venus in Gemini lightens the communication sphere, offering diplomatic solutions when tensions rise. Your advice today centers around strategic patience and calculated action. Though your natural instinct is to charge ahead, particularly with Mercury forming a trine to your sign, today rewards those who plan before acting. The morning hours between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. offer your most productive window when Jupiter's influence expands your mental clarity. Use this time for important decisions rather than routine tasks. With Saturn's position in your 12th house, old patterns of self-sabotage may emerge today, particularly regarding